For most sellers, Q4 can make up anywhere from 30 to 50% of their total annual revenue. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, then the holiday shopping rush means more people are buying, more traffic, more opportunity. Obviously, with that, though, does come more competition. Are you ready to unlock the strategies that will scale your Amazon store to six figures and beyond? Whether you're looking to grow sustainably or scale with confidence, we've got the insights and tools you need to succeed. Welcome to the Six Figure Amazon Store podcast. I'm Becky Avila, your host. I'm here to help you build, grow, and scale your Amazon business into a six figure success. So, today's episode is probably what has been on your mind for weeks now, and it is all about Q4. This is really, I think, kind of one of the most exciting and profitable times of the year for Amazon sellers just because of all the traffic that is seen on Amazon depending on your product, obviously. But whether you're new to Amazon or maybe you are a seller that has been on there for a while, this is now I think it's our ninth Q4 on Amazon. So this is really where the moment of your preparation throughout the year and strategizing can really pay off big. So in today's episode, I'm going to share with you practical tips to maximize your sales, to then minimize your costs, and also how to outperform your competition during Q4. So you'll want to take notes because these strategies can help you turn your Q4 into your best quarter yet. So let's start with why Q4 is such a big deal. So for most sellers, Q4 can make up anywhere from 30 to 50% of their total annual revenue. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that just all of this recently happened. And right now, even the holiday shopping rush, it means more people are buying, there's more traffic, there's more opportunity. Obviously, with that, though, does come more competition. So the question is, how do you stand out on Amazon and still stay profitable? So that's what we're going to tackle today. So, first things first, your listings need to shine. I have said this so many times, and if you've listened before, you already know a little bit about what I'm going to share, but I'm going to share a little bit of something different, hopefully, that will be still helpful for you. And during Q4, because competition is so fierce, shoppers are making quick decisions. They are adding things to their cart and they're buying, they're looking at timelines, they're wanting it to get either for themselves or for whoever they're buying their gifts for. They want to get it faster, sooner rather than later, right? So here are some things that you can focus in on as it relates to really making your listing stand out. So split testing is something, and I've talked about this before, but you can run A/B testing on things like your main images, your titles, and really look to see what performs best before and even while your traffic is surging right now. Because for most of you, the most traffic you're seeing happens between Black Friday and usually a few days before Christmas. So the best practices really are for every ASIN, only test one element at a time. So if you are, listening to this episode between Black Friday 2024 and December 22nd, you can still leverage the high traffic that Amazon is seeing and your listings are seeing so that you can see data and it'll be more clear data to help you make an informed decision on what's the best title, what's the best main image, things to improve your, click-through rate, things like that. So remember, just test one element at a time. So choose one that you haven't tested yet, or if you've not tested any, you do have to be eligible. Your ASIN does, but look at what is eligible and create an experiment for that. Next is bullet points and A plus. So for this, I'm going to kind of give a spin off of what I usually share, but really focus in on really highlighting holiday specific benefits. So you could really talk about if your product is a good gift. Make sure to say so. Also, keyword research. This time of year, there is a surge in, I'll just call it gift giving language. So if it makes sense for your products, make sure to add it into your listing. Now, if your product, for instance, can fit into a stocking, mention that it's a good stocking stuffer, then put in kind of your customer persona in the copy or the images. It's a good stocking stuffer for, and who is that you are really ideal. That way, the person buying it can also think of, they might be buying it for your customer persona, but they themselves might not be that. So, really help the person that's looking to buy a gift know, oh, that is definitely my friend, or that is my family member that I struggle with buying gifts for, but they love this, this, and this. So think about that kind of gift language during this time for your bullet points, for your A plus. You could also, as a side note, use it in your ads, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later. Next is reviews. So, your product reviews. If you still have less than 50 reviews on any of your listings at this time, prioritize getting more proactive. Request people to leave honest reviews, people that have legitimately purchased from you, whether it's on your website or elsewhere. Amazon does limit this typically to about 5 currently per week for unverified. Also, look at the Amazon Vine review program. And if you are new to Amazon as a seller, you may be eligible to enroll in the Vine program for free. I do have a whole episode where I talk about all the bonuses that you get. So make sure to check out that episode. Now, by refining your content, you're not just really attracting those buyers to click into your listing and things like that. You're actually then hopefully converting them. That's really the goal because you want them to not just click into the listing where there's sessions and traffic, but you want them to then buy. So next up, let's talk about advertising. Amazon ads, no surprise to you, I'm sure, it gets pricey in Q4. So let me share with you a few things that you can do to maximize your ROI this time of year. The first thing is you really do want to focus in on this high performing campaign. So look at your data from earlier this year, really double down on what's converting, what's working. Next, you want to think about holiday keywords. So I kind of mentioned this earlier with copy, but for ads as well, think of gift for dad or gift for mom, stocking stuffer, holiday bundle. What is relevant for your product and who could be using your products? And make sure not you don't want to try to reach everyone in your marketing language on Amazon. So you're really trying to speak directly to your customer avatar or for the person that is buying for your customer avatar. So also review what's been working well. Maybe if you do post on social media with that content, what's been engaging and working well there? What language is resonating with people? Then look at using that into your sponsored brand taglines on Amazon. Next, we've got budget management. This is obviously, crucial because you want to make sure your campaigns and monitor them to make sure they're not overspending, right? You need to use day parting also you can use that to allocate more of your budget during like higher conversion hours that if you've noticed a trend. And as of the time of this podcast is being released, we're in mid-December. So a big mistake would be to use all your ad spend early on and then you have nothing left at the end of the month. Yes, traffic will start dropping quite a bit a few days before Christmas when people can't get it delivered by, Christmas Eve. At that point, they're probably not going to risk it. But there are still new customers that are trying to find products around or even after Christmas, especially those who have gotten Amazon gift cards that really want to use those quickly. So just remember that that is still useful towards the end of this month. Now, remember the goal too isn't just clicks, but it's actually having profitable conversions, those that are leading to sales. So next, let's talk about inventory. And staying in stock is crucial, but you also want to avoid excessive storage fees because 2024 was a big transition for Amazon with increases in a lot of different fees, including storage fees. You can't have too little in stock. You also can't have too much in stock. So here's how to balance it all. You want to make sure you're forecasting your sales accurately. So look at your Q4 data as a baseline. And also, you should be accounting for growth. Hopefully, your brand is growing this year, last year. If you've never been on Amazon, that does make it a little more challenging, but you want to look at more recent data if you've already been selling on Amazon, but not maybe last Q4, and then account for just more traffic this time of year, especially if your product would fit into that more. It's going to be selling more this time of year. Next, you want to leverage any kind of Amazon promotions that they have on their storage. Now, there could be some temporary free discounts. This is really what we're seeing primarily true this year if you're new to Amazon. So that would fall under some of their promotions that they have with storage fees. So pay attention to that. Go back to that episode if you want to learn more details about that. But that is something to pay attention to because then you can actually, based on how much inventory you're allowed to send in, you can leverage that because you don't have those extra fees like you would if you were a seller that's been on there for years. And lastly, think about creating a backup plan. Now, you could partner with a third party logistics provider for basically overflow inventory. This would be more of a just in case scenario. And you could offer your products FBM fulfilled by merchant. That way, you can avoid completely making your product unavailable. That is like the last thing that you want to go to your listing and see it says this product is not available. Like that is not ideal. But so like FBM is not ideal, but at least you're not completely killing off all of your sales momentum. If you run out of FBA and you can't get it in, Amazon's check-in times, especially for more large shipments, if you're sending by the pallet, the check-in times are quite slow this time of year, as you've probably been noticing. Now, if you do run out of stock, it is painful. That could mean lost sales. Obviously, every day matters during Q4, could also dip in your rankings. So just make sure you're planning accordingly and staying in stock and also having that backup plan. Finally, let's talk about some branding and promotions for Amazon. So, there's a few things you can do this time of year during Q4. You can customize your store. I would recommend this. This is what we recommend do for clients. So, think about a seasonal version of your Amazon brand store. Highlight those giftable products, highlight those giftable bundles. Remember, you want to increase that order value. That also can be really helpful for people looking to buy a gift when you bundle it all together, right? Those virtual bundles is what I'm referring to. And you can schedule it to run to the end of this month in December and have your normal or maybe even if you have a new year brand stores content ready for January, that would be great. Or you could just go back to your normal content in January because you can schedule it out. So you could have it run till the end of this month. Next, you can run strategic promotions. So think of things like there's lightning deals, there are coupons, there are exclusive discounts for Prime members. Those are Prime exclusive discounts. Many people do sign up for Prime and like they have they'll get a membership around Black Friday and Cyber Monday because of just everything like that they want the convenience of having Amazon as a place to order gifts for and for others and for themselves. So creating promotions for people who now have that Prime membership and that deal that is exclusive to them, you're going to get a little bit different visibility, which is really helpful. And so you're going to get seen by those kind of shoppers that have the Prime membership. And next, you're going to plan for post Q4. So don't forget to schedule promotions. Think of the week after Christmas to capture gift card shoppers. I would even recommend really thinking about the month of January and planning out now your month of January because people actually really start to use their gift cards. We've seen in January, we just see this because of an uptick in sales that wouldn't be anticipated for January, but it does happen because so many people get gift cards. So those are going to be touches that not only really increase your sales, but they're going to help build customer loyalty for the year ahead as we are almost into 2025, which is so hard to believe. So let me just quickly recap. Make sure to optimize those listings to convert traffic into actual sales. Be strategic with your ad spend because you want to maximize your ROI. Manage your inventory so that you're avoiding stockouts, you're avoiding extra fees because of that. Customize your brand store, run holiday focus promotions. You want to stand out. You want to speak to your customer avatar or those that are buying for your customer avatar. So Q4 is a great opportunity if you plan correctly. So the success of this doesn't happen though by chance. And hopefully you've already kind of put a lot of these things in place because now that this episode is coming out, we're already midway through December. And it really does happen by creating a plan and strategy and then taking action on it. So I've shared a lot of ideas with you today, but I want you to take those strategies and I want to implement the ones that you haven't used yet for your brand that you can take action on quickly so that even though we only have a little bit left with Q4, you can end the year strong with your sales. So thanks for tuning in to the Six Figure Amazon Store podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, thank you. Make sure to subscribe, share it, go to the show notes. I have links that you can be the first to hear and sign up for our insider newsletter. And I hope that you are having a great and successful Q4 so far. So until next time, happy selling. Just like your customer reviews on Amazon help you grow, your review on Apple Podcasts helps us reach more brands like you. If you enjoyed today's episode, would you please take a moment to leave us a review? We'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much.